May 7, 2025. A day etched in history. A day when the flames of conflict, long smoldering between India and Pakistan, erupted with terrifying intensity. The fuse, lit weeks earlier, had finally reached the powder keg. A chain of events was set in motion, pushing the two nuclear-armed nations to the brink of a precipice. The world watched, holding its breath as the specter of war loomed over South Asia. The tension was palpable. From the halls of power to the homes of ordinary citizens, a sense of dread hung heavy in the air. The stakes had never been higher. The consequences, unimaginable. This was a day of reckoning. The seeds of this crisis were sown in the blood-soaked soil of Pahalgam. On April 22, 2025, this idyllic town in Jammu and Kashmir became a scene of unimaginable horror. A bus carrying Hindu pilgrims was brutally attacked. 26 innocent lives were extinguished, their laughter silenced by the deafening roar of gunfire.
India reeled in shock and anger. The attack, attributed to terrorists operating from within Pakistan, ignited a firestorm of outrage. Demands for retaliation grew louder with each passing day. The ghosts of Pahalgam haunted the Indian psyche, whispering for vengeance.
The government, facing immense public pressure, vowed to make Pakistan pay a heavy price. The drums of war began to beat, their ominous rhythm echoing across the subcontinent. May 7th. Dawn broke over the subcontinent, painting the sky in hues of orange and red, a crimson dawn, a harbinger of the bloodshed to come. India launched Operation Sindoor, a series of surgical strikes targeting what it claimed were terrorist camps across the line of control in Pakistan-administered Kashmir and Punjab.
Fighter jets screamed across the border, their payloads aimed at shattering the pre-dawn silence. Explosions lit up the night sky. The earth trembled as bombs rained down.
India claimed to have used advanced technology to minimize civilian casualties, but the line between surgical strikes and all-out war blurred with each passing moment.
The world watched, transfixed as the crisis unfolded on their television screens. A collective gasp went around the globe as the news of the strikes spread like wildfire. The fragile peace that had held for so long was shattered.
Pakistan's response was swift and furious. We denied the presence of any terrorist camps in the targeted areas and claimed that mosques and civilian homes were destroyed.
Images of casualties, including women and children, flashed across television screens, fueling the flames of outrage.
Pakistan closed its airspace, scrambled fighter jets, and claimed to have shot down 5 Indian aircraft.
Heavy artillery fire erupted across the border, raining down death and destruction. The line of control, once a volatile border, transformed into a raging inferno.
Fear gripped the region. Civilians on both sides fled their homes, seeking shelter from the relentless shelling.
The casualty count mounted with each passing hour. The world watched in horror as the two nuclear-armed neighbors locked horns in a deadly dance of destruction. The international community scrambled to contain the crisis.
The UN Secretary-General issued an urgent appeal for restraint, urging both sides to step back from the brink. World leaders engaged in frantic diplomacy, desperate to prevent the conflict from escalating into a full-blown war.
The United States, China, and the European Union all called for an immediate ceasefire and dialogue.
But their pleas seemed to fall on deaf ears as the drums of war continued to beat, their rhythm growing more insistent with each passing moment.
As the sun set on May 7, 2025, the fate of millions hung in the balance. The world held its breath, praying that the flames of conflict could be extinguished before they consumed the entire subcontinent. The question on everyone's mind was simple yet terrifying. Would this be the beginning of the end?